Welcome back, Barça family. Today's episode is absolutely packed with breaking updates, shocking revelations, and transfer drama straight from Camp Nou. First up, Marcus Rashford has officially been sent a stark warning by England boss Thomas Tuchel, despite his brilliant form for Barcelona. We'll reveal exactly what Tuchel said, and why it could impact Rashford's long-term future at the club. Then Joan Laporta has made a bold comparison, calling Hansi Flick a gladiator, praising the German's mentality and leadership at Barça. Plus, we've got exciting transfer news. Barcelona are monitoring Rodrigo Mendoza, a rising La Liga midfield star, while Ansu Fati's incredible comeback in Monaco has caught the eye of Premier League giants like Newcastle, Everton, and Crystal Palace. Stick around because you don't want to miss any of this. Let's jump right into the action. England manager Thomas Tuchel has issued a clear and powerful message to Marcus Rashford, despite the forward's impressive start to life at Barcelona. Tuchel praised Rashford's talent and recent form but made it clear that the 27-year-old must keep proving himself if he wants to remain part of the national team setup. The England boss explained that while Rashford's potential is massive, potential alone isn't enough. He needs to show consistent performances at both club and international level. Tuchel said Rashford is young enough to make key decisions about his career and warned that if he doesn't push himself to reach his full ability, he could regret it later. He added that the forward's limit is very high, maybe even higher than others, but it's up to Rashford to meet that standard every single match. Tuchel also reflected on Rashford's earlier spell at Aston Villa, calling it a bold and smart move because he adapted quickly and showed strong work ethic. However, he pointed out that even though Rashford impressed with his effort and attitude, his goal numbers didn't fully match his quality in training, something the England coach wants him to improve. I think he still has to make these decisions. He is still young enough to make these decisions, because otherwise he might be disappointed in 10 years with what he could have been and what he may have done. That is the headline for him, to keep pushing himself to the limit. And the limit for him is very, very high, maybe higher than it is for others. Tuchel has involved Rashford in all of his squads as manager, except for one, when Rashford was dealing with an injury suffered towards the end of the 2024-25 season. Tuchel continued, "He has this potential." But potential is a dangerous word with high-level sports because you have to reach your personal best on a regular basis. That is demanded on this kind of level, and that is the challenge for him. It is not a question of talent. Thomas Tuchel basically said that Marcus Rashford has all the talent in the world, but now it's about proving it consistently, both for his club, Barcelona, and for the England national team. Tuchel believes Rashford's challenge isn't about skill anymore. It's about maintaining top-level performances every time he steps on the pitch, whether he starts or comes off the bench. He also mentioned that during his first camp as England boss, he sensed that he could really help Rashford, especially because of how bold Rashford's earlier move to Aston Villa had been. Tuchel admired that decision, calling it a smart step for his development since Villa were already a solid, hard-working team. He praised Rashford's attitude and work rate but added that, considering the talent he shows in training, he should be producing even more goals and assists. As for Joan Laporta, he couldn't stop praising Hansi Flick, comparing him to a gladiator, strong, disciplined, and demanding. Laporta said Flick is a fantastic coach, tough and structured, but also very understanding and approachable. He admires Flick's professionalism, sense of humor, and leadership, saying he's very happy and comfortable with how Flick runs things at Barcelona. Barcelona president Joan Laporta has been talking about manager Hansi Flick and has likened the German coach to Russell Crowe's character in the film Gladiator. Flick won La Liga, Copa del Rey and Spanish Super Cup titles in his first season at Barcelona, and Laporta has been full of praise for the Barcelona first-team coach. Flick is a gladiator, he's like Russell Crowe. He's a great coach. He's very easygoing, has good sense of humor, he told 3Cat. He's German, but he's sensitive to everyone. He's very demanding. You can't change his plans because he's very Germanic. But at the same time he's very sensitive. I'm very comfortable and very happy with him. Flick is aiming for more silverware in his second campaign, but his methods have come under scrutiny in recent weeks after consecutive defeats to PSG and Sevilla. Barcelona returned to action on Saturday against Girona, with Flick aiming to get back on track ahead of key games against Olympiacos in the Champions League and Real Madrid in La Liga. Barcelona among top La Liga clubs tracking 20-year-old Spanish midfield talent, report. FC Barcelona are very well stocked when it comes to the midfield department, with top players like Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, and Gavi complemented by up-and-coming talents like Marc Bernal and Marc Casado. But the Catalans are always on the lookout for young prospects with potential with an eye on the future, and it appears that a promising La Liga midfielder has caught their attention. Rodrigo Mendoza on Barcelona's radar. Indeed, according to Sport, Barcelona are among a plethora of clubs closely tracking the development of Elche midfielder Rodrigo Mendoza. The 20-year-old prospect has been impressing in La Liga with Elche following their promotion this season, even scoring a goal in his 5 appearances. Meanwhile, Mendoza was also one of the standouts for Spain at the Under-20 World Cup in Chile, helping the team reach the quarter-final stages, where they were eliminated by Colombia. Mendoza featured in 5 games for the Spain U20 side at the tournament, even registering an assist in the process. Given his impressive performances, Barcelona have taken an interest in the 20-year-old midfielder, who can also play as a number 10. However, the La Liga champions are not alone, as arch-rivals Real Madrid and Valencia have shown the strongest interest in the Elche starlet. Atletico Madrid and Villarreal are also among his admirers. Some teams from the Premier League are also following Mendoza, and considering how well he has been progressing, a big move might be just around the corner for the youngster. Crystal Palace, Everton, Newcastle United vying for Ansu Fati. Crystal Palace, Everton and Newcastle United are keen to explore a move for resurgent on-loan Monaco star Ansu Fati. According to Fischages, Ansu Fati is gaining plenty of traction following his early performances with AS Monaco. A host of Premier League sides, including Crystal Palace, Everton and Newcastle United, are interested in exploring a move in the future. Ansu Fati has found his feet again in the game after a few years of mediocrity and injury issues. The attacker was once primed to be the direct replacement for Lionel Messi at Barcelona, but a terrible loss of form and multiple fitness concerns. At one stage, it appeared his career had spiraled out and he could end up like many of the promising talents that never made it through. Back in the summer, there were doubts about whether the Blaugrana could offload him given their financial standing and the need to get rid of underperformers. Luckily for them, AS Monaco came through with an offer to take the player on loan with a buy option worth a reported €11 million, as per the story. Barcelona also holds an option to buy him back for a reported €28 million, although there could be new twists in the tale, given his early performances at the French giants are garnering big interest from Premier League sides. Everton, Newcastle United and Crystal Palace are reportedly interested in exploring a future move for Ansu Fati, although there will be complications owing to his current arrangement. Given the 22-year-old resurgent whiz-kid has scored 5 times in 3 appearances, as he continues to show the form of his old self that made him one of the sought-after young stars around. Ansu Fati could head to the Premier League. Fati could potentially make his move to AS Monaco permanent, although buy options are usually tricky, which also gives the players some level of power in choosing their future. In the 22-year-old resurgent whiz-kid's case, he could potentially choose one of Crystal Palace, Everton or Newcastle United, given that those sides are looking for a player of his profile. Barcelona could theoretically let everything go to plan with AS Monaco and then exercise their buyback clause and then sell him on a profit to one of those Premier League sides. Hence, the future of Ansu Fati seems to be wide open as things stand, something that could be resolved next summer. What a wild day of Barcelona news. From Marcus Rashford's warning from Thomas Tuchel, to Laporta's praise for Hansi Flick the Gladiator, and transfer buzz around Rodrigo Mendoza and Ansu Fati's future, there's no doubt the Camp Nou is once again at the heart of world football drama. What do you think, Barça fans? Should Rashford stay long-term? Will Fati return to Camp Nou or make the Premier League move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Barcelona updates, transfer news and match reactions every single day. Visca Barça forever and always.